Hello again and welcome back to another session of commerce class with me Suman Rathore. Students, future is uncertain and there are various kinds of risk involved in the life of a businessman or a normal person. And to cover and minimize these risks and losses, there are various kinds of insurances like life insurance or fire insurance or marine insurance. All these insurances play an important role in modern business life. So now let's understand these one by one. First is life insurance. Now life is full of uncertainties and life insurance policy was introduced as a protection against uncertainties of life, but it has widened its scope. Life insurance not only provide protection to the family members from the financial loss in case of premature death of assured, but also acts as a sort of investment. It ensures certain sum is returnable to assured at the time of death or expiry of a certain period. The main elements of life insurance contract are: first, life insurance is a contract of utmost good faith, which means that both the assured and insurer should disclose all material facts to each other before entering into contract. And if any necessary disclosures are not made by insured, then the insurer can cancel the contract. Second, protection against premature death. Now, life insurance provides protection to the dependents of the assured in case of his untimely death. The dependents or family members can get a large sum in case of death of the breadwinner. The third is essentials of a valid contract. The life insurance contract must have all essentials of a valid contract. Like there should be two parties out of which one will make the offer and the other will accept it. Intentions of both the parties should be clear and their consent should not be influenced, misrepresented or tricked into it in any way. Fourth is insurable interest. The assured must have insurable interest in the subject matter, which means that insured must be so situated with the subject matter that he will benefit from its existence and lose from its destruction. Now, in case of life insurance, this insurable interest must be present while entering into the insurance contract, and it is not necessary that assured should have insurable interest at the time of maturity also. Next is contract of indemnity. Now, contract of indemnity means that the insured can get compensation only for the actual loss suffered and he cannot make profit out of it. And in case of life insurance, it is not a contract of indemnity because human life is not measurable in terms of money. Under life insurance, the insurer is required to pay the fixed amount agreed upon in advance in the event of death or an expiry of a period of the policy. The reason is that the life of a person cannot be valued in terms of money and therefore the question of compensation of actual loss does not arise. Next is fire insurance. Now, fire insurance is a contract where the insurer agrees to indemnify the insured from the loss or damage caused to the goods or property due to fire during the specified time period. Now, the essentials of fire insurance are: first, that there must be actual loss, and that loss must be caused due to fire, which again must be accidental and non-intentional. Next is contract of utmost good faith. Like life insurance, fire insurance is also a contract of utmost good faith, which means that insured must disclose all the material facts and risk associated with the property which is insured. An insurer also must disclose all the terms and conditions under which loss will be made good. Next is insurable interest. Now, in case of fire insurance, insured must have insurable interest in the subject matter of insurance both at the time of entering into the contract as well as at the time of loss. Next is contract of indemnity. Now, fire insurance is a contract of indemnity, which means that insured gets either the amount of loss or amount of policy, whichever is less. He is not allowed to make profit out of contract of insurance and is compensated only for the amount of loss. Next is principle of subrogation and contribution. Now, the principle of contribution and subrogation are applicable to the contract of fire insurance. Now, according to the principle of subrogation, insured will lose all his rights on the property or subject matter after getting the compensation. And according to the principle of contribution, he can call the different insurers to contribute to the amount of total loss in proportion to the amount assured by each. Next is principle of causa proxima. Now, the principle of causa proxima is also applicable in case of fire insurance. An insurer is liable to compensate for loss if the fire occurs due to the proximate cause of loss and is covered by the policy. Next is marine insurance. Now, a contract of marine insurance may be defined as an agreement under which the insurer undertakes to indemnify the insured against marine losses or losses incidental to marine adventure, like storm, collision of one ship against another or against rocks, piracy, burning and sinking of the ship, spoilage of the cargo by seawater, etc. Marine insurance is very helpful in international trade and shipping, and in India, all the contracts of marine insurance are governed by the Marine Insurance Act 1963. Now, the essentials of marine insurance are: first, a contract of utmost good faith. Like all other insurances, marine insurance is also a contract of utmost good faith, which means that both the parties to contract, that is, insurer and insured, must display utmost good faith and should disclose relevant facts that can affect the contract of insurance. Second is contract of indemnity. Now, marine insurance is also a contract of indemnity. As such, the insured is paid the amount of loss or the amount of policy, whichever is less, but he cannot make profit out of the happening of an event. Third is presence of insurable interest. Now, in case of marine insurance, insured must have insurable interest in the subject matter at the time of loss. It need not exist at the time when the policy is taken. Next is essentials of a valid contract. Now, marine insurance is also a kind of contract, and as such, it must fulfill all the essentials of a valid contract, that is, offer and acceptance, free consent, lawful consideration, two parties, etc. Next is principle of causa proxima. Now, marine insurance also follows the principle of causa proxima, and the proximate cause is taken into consideration while compensating the insured. That's all for today. Thanks for staying in tune, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you and goodbye for now.